Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling, and shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today, where, you know, Pecan, you have reminded me that today is your last day to potentially give us your photo, otherwise we'll be inviting Fauna over, using this Tic Tac amiibo card, which I hold in my hand. Okay, not Tic Tacs. You know, it's been a while since I've last had the Tic Tac, because I don't think I've ever bought an actual Tic Tac, like, box for myself. If you don't know what Tic Tacs are, and I don't know if they're just a British thing, I can't imagine so, but they're like these tiny, like, mints, I suppose, which are kind of in a small sort of pill shape, and they come in a very sort of iconic box, I suppose. Hello everyone, right now in Fawnhollow, it's 1:43 PM on Wednesday, March 23rd, 2022. Kicks are here, maybe we'll check out what he's got to sell, maybe we won't, I don't know, who really knows. It's a vague world we live in, it's a whole vague world we live in. I don't think I've ever bought, like, a mint box. Like a box of mints, not like a, I don't know if mint box is particularly an official term for that or anything, but I mean, I don't really buy sweets or candy or anything like that for myself in the first place. Like, I've probably bought less than like 20 in my entire life, maybe even less than 10. Actually, maybe 10. 10's probably a bit too little. But what my word, everyone is in the town square right now. We are going to. We should talk to Pecan first before we invite Fauna, of course. But I have, yeah, I can't think of a last time I've bought like anything like a mint or anything like that. And certainly I never bought Tic Tacs, because the only times I try Tic Tacs is when, you know, whenever anyone's got like a box of Tic Tacs, it's very customary to give one out to whoever you're with, I suppose. I mean, that just kind of goes for most like sweets, crisps, etc, etc, small snacks. I mean, obviously not everyone does that, which is fair enough, you know, it's kind of up to you whether you actually want to give away the food that you either purchased for yourself or acquired yourself. But for me personally, I'm just like, hey, you know, if I'm eating a packet of crisps, I'm like, you know, here you go. Have a sip. You don't really sip crisps, I suppose, now I think about it. Go on. Photo. Quick cap of logo. Okay, well, Pecan, it's been nice having you here. I know the time you've had here in Fawnhallow was short and temporary, but hopefully you've enjoyed your stay. And thank you for being the last, I suppose, villager we'll have before we stick with our much more permanent rotation, well, not rotation, permanent set of villagers. I mean, I suppose we could have a rotation if I had more amiibos. What if I had one of each villager? And when they left, you know, you can invite a new... That's an interesting idea. Like, just have an amiibo card for all my 10 permanent villagers, and then, like, whenever they ask to leave, you know, let them leave, and then invite them back again or something. I wonder if it counts as the same person, as the same one you're inviting back over and over again. Or if it's just like, for example, inviting Fauna, is it a new Fauna we're inviting every single time? I don't know what the answer is to that. There you go, hello again, Fauna. What do you need here? You really invited me to Fawnhallow's campsite? If you don't know, we invited Fauna twice. It was ages ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago, I can't even remember. And this third time is the one where we'll be able to permanently invite her, if my sources are correct. One of my sources, my research is correct, I suppose, and how this works. But no, but like, people just... have boxes of mints, you know, like in their car, etc. Just like on the dining, not the dining room table, like the fireplace, like mantle and pieces, etc, etc. Where do you even get these mints from? I mean, I know you can just buy them at convenience stores, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone buy any mints either. And I know that's probably some sort of cognitive bias thing, but I haven't bought any mints, so therefore no one else buys mints. It's not really what I mean, but it's just sort of just like it's not really something you think about, but people actually need to buy them or anything like that. But they just sort of like appear. Thanks for inviting me. I plan on overstaying my welcome. Just kidding. Please no, I never really do that, dearie. But please do, Fauna. In fact, you will be overstaying your welcome technically. It'd be great to take home a grass standee. Anyway, just an idea I had. I can do that for you. Oh wow, you really do that for me? Hate to push my luck here, but I am leaving the island in the morning. Sorry to put a time limit on your generous offer like this. Was it a hedge standee, or was it a... Was it a hedge... I think it was a hedge standee, and I probably should have read it properly, but oh well. That, I believe, is just a load of different types of wood. I don't really know. So my throat feels a bit iffy today. But, I'm trying to think, because there's that other really, like, popular mint, except I don't even know what the brand is. It's like this white tablet, very smooth overload sort of tablet. Hold on, I bet if I Google like popular mint brand, popular mint brands, and maybe I can find exactly like there's Altoids, of course, but I don't know if I've really seen much of Altoids, I suppose, in UK. I mean, obviously they exist, but I can't say I'm well versed on the whole minting industry. I don't really know what to describe it as. I don't know which wood we need, so we can use all of them. Excuse me. Different types of mints. So we got Tic Tacs, yeah. I need pictures of a mint. I can't just have these the pictures of the outside. So it was a hedge. Was it hedge or grass? I don't remember. So we'll just craft them both. Altoid small icebreakers. It's not icebreakers. I can't even read what it says. It's something peppermints, lifesavers. I do know about lifesavers. That wasn't what I was thinking of. I think of maybe I need to put UK. UK. It's not Mentos, but maybe is it Mentos? I mean, Mentos are kind of like exactly what I was describing. They got that kind of like ovaloid shape. They got that sort of ovoid shape, and they are very much a bright white. I just remember you like suck them, they become very soft very quickly. And I don't mean mints as in the chocolate mints. So Polo, I guess Polo are what lifesavers are. Are they the same thing? I never really thought about this. Polo lifesavers, are they the same? No, they're different. They resemble each other. I don't know. Can't remember the last time I had a Polo. I don't think Polos are that great, I'm gonna be that honest. Like, I don't think mints in themselves are even that like amazing a treat. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I think you can do better with the confectionaries and that sort of thing. They're just a bit plain, I suppose. Like, don't get me wrong, I love mint as a flavour. Mint ice cream I think is very nice, but just mint on itself is overwhelming in a certain degree. It's sort of like very one note. And it's the same problem I suppose I have with gum, where you just have that flavour over and over again. I guess gum's kind of worse in a sense, because you start out with the flavour and then you like eventually lose that flavour, but at least you're doing something sort of tactile with gum. Oh, it was a grass standy. I actually read it wrong. Oh, could it be? Did you make a grass standy? That's a good rhyme you got there, Fauna. And now we just got to chat with you until you want to actually move in. I've had folks on this island make pieces for me, and all of them had turned out to be high quality so far. Has it just been me making stuff for you? Thanks so much. I'm so excited to have a grass standy from here. As a thanks, please take a samurai hakama. Fair enough. I mean, I don't know why you just got that on hand, but sure. I'm glad to have souvenirs from here, but I'm hoping to collect even more. On top of collecting souvenirs, I want to learn all there is to know about this island, dearie. If only I could stay here forever. You can, Fauna, you can. I'm glad I have some handmade souvenirs to take home from Fawnhallow, dearie. It might help me get over how much I'm going to miss this place. Well, why not move here? Thanks for making me feel welcome. Hopefully resident services here feels the same way that you do. She's going to talk to resident services, and she's going to be like, oh, unfortunately there's no spaces. Sorry to keep you waiting. I checked with resident services, but the news wasn't good. There's no room for any new homes to be built right now, and the homes already standing are all occupied. Maybe I should check around to see if anybody here is planning on moving out, dearie. Worth a shot. Is there anyone here you think might be looking to move out? I already asked at resident services if they knew of anyone who might want to leave, dearie. And I think Pecan probably wants to move out. Just make sure I address Pecan. So, Pecan? Yeah. Wait, not them. Let's do this. Yeah, I think Pecan wants to move. Maybe I can find a way to ask her. It won't seem too pushy. And to be like, hey, Pecan, you thinking about moving out? I'm sure Pecan has been. Maybe. It's Dear, isn't it? Glad I got your name right. So anyway, your instinct was right. I asked, and Pecan really was planning to move. When I explained my situation, she agreed to move up her moving plans. Thanks so much for encouraging me. I can't wait to be part of a community here, dearie. We all know that it's a lie that Pecan wants to move, because the most recent villager who moved in cannot move. So I always realise after I get away like this that it's good to take some time alone just to think, dearie. Oh, I didn't mean that to sound like I don't like being social. I'm really grateful to have friends to talk to. Well, Fauna, welcome to Fawnhallow. I know you'll be moving in properly tomorrow? I don't actually know the scale when you move in. I assume you're moving in tomorrow because I think Pecan moves out immediately today. But I don't actually know. There might be a day in between, in which case it's going to be a bit awkward because I'm not going to be here on the first day of the third year. So that's why there's a pre-recorded episode being uploaded on that day. But we'll see. Hello, Pecan. Oh, it's you. Chipmunk, I haven't told you, have I? There's no way to sugarcoat this, so I'll give it to you straight. I'm moving off the island tomorrow. I'm glad to have met you, and I will not forget you. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you, Pecan, as well. You've been a lovely guest and a lovely resident here at Fawnhallow, and you'll be sorely missed. Moving such a tiresome chore, but hopefully in the end it will all have been worth it. Still, what I wouldn't give for a lounge chair and a nice glass of tomato juice right now. Tomato juice? Well, it's not long before I say goodbye forever. I suppose it does make me a bit sad. Chin up, Pecan. There are new adventures to be had. Nintendo, please let old visitors visit the island every now and again. Even though I'm all packed up, it still doesn't feel real that I'm leaving tomorrow. Oh well, it must mean my time here on this island was special, and will always have a place in my heart. You know, they say if you miss something a lot, it's because you loved it that much, and it's okay to let it go. Or something. I don't know. That's kind of a case-by-case basis. Don't use that as a sort of overarching thing. I think I was just thinking about Mentos, I'm going to be honest. So, okay, what are the best mints? Mentos or Tic Tacs are probably the two in my head. But Polo is not a top tier mint. I'm going to have to break it to you. I'm sorry for all the Polo fans out there. It's not great, in my opinion. How's cherry? I didn't know how's. Well, how's is a cough sweet, like a lozenge. I don't know if I really consider it a mint per se, but I don't know. Google Images has it up here. It's on Amazon for some reason. Apparently there's a mint section on Amazon. I didn't really know that. I don't even know what a York is. I'm going to be honest. Like, I can see this thing. I have no idea what this is. There's Oreos here. Oreos. Okay, I guess if Oreos is on the list, Oreos is like top tier, but Oreos is not a mint. Treble? What is that? Barclays? That's a bank. Viennetta mint. Well, that's an ice cream cake. That's pretty good, I suppose. Graphic. I don't know what any of these mints are. Listerine. I don't know Listerine does mints. Listerine is a mouthwash brand as far as I know. So I guess it kind of makes sense that we do it. I don't know. I like Tic Tacs for their simplicity, I suppose. You just, you know, they're very tiny. You pop them in your mouth, you know, you can bite them, chew them, or you can suck on them, or whatever you want to do with mints. Simple as done. You know, Mentos are a little bit bigger. You know, you got to commit a little bit more time. You got to commit more of your mouth real estate. What a horrible way to phrase that. To actually consume them, but you know, Tic Tacs can be over in a second because Tic Tacs they're very sort of like a powdery. They crumble, I suppose, when you bite and eat them. Which I'm not going to say is a bad thing. I don't think that necessarily is a bad thing. It's more just like a thing, I suppose. And that means, you know, what if you like had one in class, you're having a little bit of a cheeky snack which you shouldn't be having, and then it's just like, oh, you know, the teacher calls on you, and you're just like, oh no, I don't want to be caught out with the fact that I've got a sweet in my mouth. So you just go, eat with Tic Tac in seconds. I don't think you can really do it with Mentos. But I will say, Mentos flavours are a little bit nicer, I would say. I think they're a little bit milder compared to the Tic Tac ones. The Tic Tac ones are very strong, from what I recall. Not like they're not like overwhelming like How's, like a How's cough lozenge or other brands. Well, what's the other brand? Suvis or something? I can't remember. But Suvis ones are definitely better than the How's ones. How's Cherry is okay. The How's normal one is atrocious. I hate the How's normal one. It's far too strong for my tastes. Mario mints. There's also all these like very like candy based, like sweet based mints, which I don't think I've ever had, so I don't even know. I'm probably not the most what's not classified? What's the word? Qualified to talk about this sort of thing. Orbit, isn't Orbit gum? What's that? After Eights? That's a chocolate mint, so I'm not really sure if that counts, but I guess After Eights would be up there. After Eights are quite nice. Mints and chewing gums and Sainsbury's. Here we go. But Sainsbury's, they got my back. Mint humbugs, don't know what that is. Trebot, don't know what that is. Extra, that's chewing gum. Mint Imperials. These Mint Imperials, I think, are what the ones I was thinking about when I was trying to think of like sort of like I don't really know if ovaloid shape is the right word. It's I mean, like, you know, circle to sphere, oval to ovaloid. Is it called ovoid? Ovoid. More or less egg shaped. 3-dimensional oval. What is it called? What's a 3D oval called? Reference.com. Reference.com got me. Oh, it is ovoid. I mean, egg shape implies to me that it's lopsided, I suppose, or it's heavier on one side than the other. Anyway, the Imperial mints or whatever, I think what I was thinking of. I think they're pretty good, you know, as a basic. They're sort of like the baseline mint that everything gets compared to. Well, maybe not that everything gets compared to, but I compare everything to. Actually, maybe they're a bit higher up than the baseline mint. I don't really know. What have I got? Mentos? I don't know what that is, I'm going to be perfectly honest. Polo? As I say, Polo, bottom tier mint for me, personally. I'm not really that fan of it. And I could say chewing gum is not very hype as well. I'm not really a big fan of chewing gum. At least bubblegum I think is, you know, okay. Chewing gum, bubblegum, both tactile treats to be having. you know, you have them and you're doing something with them. I suppose it's I'm not going to say entertainment because it's not that entertaining, but it's something. At the very least, it's probably how I'd put it. It's doing something. You're not sort of just like passively eating something. And you know, for me, I've talked about it. Talked about it before. Food is not like a main draw for me or anything like that. I kind of, you know, I'm not super infused by like food and flavour and all that sort of thing. You know, I'd much rather have a different sensation, a different sense be stimulated than my taste buds necessarily. So I don't know. Chewing gum and bubble gum have a little bit bonus tactile feel to them, but it's also like effort, ain't it? To just continuously chew something. And I know people probably have reasons. Maybe they're, I know, training up their jaw strength, or like well, one of my friends, she used to have like this meal replacement sort of thing, and I don't really know what the actual term for it would be. And she said that because she wasn't eating food anymore, and probably, you know, chewing gum would be a good idea to actually exercise those jaw muscles. And I was like, you know, fair enough. So I suppose for that purposes, you know, chewing gum, bubble gum, they have their own purposes. And bubble gum at least is better entertainment. You know, you can blow the bubbles. It gives you a very certain sort of feel, doesn't it? Chewing bubble gum and blowing bubbles, that sort of like I don't know. To me, it always makes me feel a little bit more street pop punkish sort of thing. You know, I don't think that's necessarily true. But also, downside of chewing gums and bubble gum, don't eat them. You're not meant to eat more. I don't think you're meant to eat them. And I don't think they stay in your digestive system for 7 years, like the myths would lead you to believe. But not particularly nutritious, I would say. And the only thing worse than eating thing, I suppose, is that people like stick them to surfaces. Like, I used to go to this Saturday school to learn like Chinese language, Mandarin. Sorry, I didn't mean to say like the Chinese language Mandarin. I meant to say the Chinese language, and then I meant to clarify that the Chinese language I was learning was Mandarin. Not saying that Mandarin is the only Chinese language. There's many different Chinese languages out there. But one I was learning was Mandarin. And I was at this school, and on the underside of the desk was so much chewing gum like stuck to the bottom, because I don't know, I guess the students there would chew gum and like stick it to the bottom. It was gross. Ugh. hate that. You know, definitely rubs me from my germaphobe side, I suppose, in the wrong way. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Peppermints? Oh yeah, I guess peppermints are mints as well. I don't know. I haven't had peppermint all that often. The only time I really had peppermint, I think, was in like candy canes and that sort of thing. Ooh, what a nice return on our investment there. Of course, we don't really need Nookmile missions anymore, but you know, it's well appreciated, nevertheless. But yeah, I guess peppermints will count as mint. Peppermints are pretty nice, you know. They give you a certain je ne sais quoi compared to a regular old mint. A little bit of a spice to the flavour, I suppose, quite literally, because, I mean, I don't know if it's really considered a spice or anything like that, but, I mean, peppercorn is a spice, kind of. It's got a little bit like a zest to it, you know, that mint by itself doesn't have. Sainsbury's mint and sauce, I don't even know what are in these. I don't think I've ever bought them, but they look, I look at them and they're packaging them just like, this looks like something from like the 1900s, sort of like candy shops, like Victorian ages or something, where you buy like penny sweets or whatever, and they got like this. Well, I don't know if they'd have plastic wrapping. I guess they'd have paper bags with this sort of pattern on, but whatever. I need to see what a Trebor mint is. I have no idea what a Trebor mint is. Not Trebor Mind, Trebor mint. What do they look like? I don't think I've ever had one of these. They just look like tablets, I'm going to be honest. What is this TV ad? Some very strange TV ad where someone's face is in like a giant white circle. Which I assume is meant to be a mint. Horrifying, utterly horrifying. Alright, Trevor, you get minus points for that, certainly. Extra, just more gum. Like, as far as gum goes, I'm not very well versed on gum or anything like that. I think extra's sort of like the baseline gum, isn't it? Okay, there's this one gum brand. I don't know what gum brand it is, but it was in strips, and they had this like tropical fruity flavour. And I only had it because one time I went on like a family holiday, and then like I met this random other boy, and he had this like fruity gum or whatever, and he gave me a piece, and I was like, wow, this is really delicious. I had no idea what it was, but that was very tasty. That gum, good, top tier. Airwaves, don't even know what that is. Mint toffees, Polo, extra. It's just the same brands over and over again. Trebor, Airwaves. What are Airwaves? Methanol and eucalyptus. Airwaves gum? Okay, it's more chewing gum. I mean, this is a mint and chewing gum section, so I can't really be like, how dare you? But it's just like the same as extra. The rest of this is just gum, so it turns out it's a lot more gum than mint. Fruit Mentos. Those are pretty good. I say. Mentos, I don't know. It's something like the coating of Mentos and the softness of it appeals to me a little bit more. It seems to be pineapple's orange fizz. That's neither gum nor mint. You can't trick me, Sainsbury's. What am I doing? I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I know one of our missions was to hit rocks, so we can do that ever so quickly. Oh, one more time. So, I don't really know what to think of like any mint or gum, to be perfectly honest. I just don't know. What Tic Tac flavours are there? I feel like I've only really got experience with Tic Tacs, and it's not through my own sort of purchasing of Tic Tacs as I say. I don't think I've ever bought a Tic Tac box or anything like that before, but it's more like just me second-handedly receiving them from other people. That's literally like my only sort of experience I've had with Tic Tacs. But Tic Tacs have a lot of nice flavours. This is one, I can't remember, it's like a watermelon one or something. But I remember one of my friends had one, so that was a really nice one. Like a standard Tic Tac, just white, mint. Boring on my mind, you know? Mint is nice, but mint by itself I think is just, it's very strong. It's very like much. Which is why you kind of need something to sort of mellow out. Which is why I think mint ice cream is significantly better than mint as a flavour. Because the mildness of a cream, I think, sort of helps round out the taste of the sharpness of mint. I don't know why I'm speaking as if I know what I'm talking about. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm not like a food taster or anything like that. Sorry, I want to see like Tic Tac flavours now. Oh, the orange one. The orange one's actually quite nice as well. Fruit Adventure. See, that's my sort of thing. Whenever I want like flavours of things, I always want like the tropical fruit ones, you know. Favourite drink? Favourite juice drink? Tropical fruit. Favourite soda flavour? Tropical fruit. Favourite ice cream? Well, I always say it's rainbow sorbet. I don't actually know if that's true anymore, because I haven't had rainbow sorbet for a huge amount, for ages. But it probably is definitely, rainbow sorbet is definitely up there, my favourites. What other things will be flavoured? I don't really know. Favourite cake? Probably a fruit cheesecake, to be honest. I'm going to be honest. Well, okay. Technically red velvet cake is my favourite cake, because there's this ongoing joke in my group of friends, because I'm well known to not really have much of a sweet tooth, but for some reason, like, everyone knows my favourite flavour of cake is red velvet cake, and I don't even care about cake that much, and that's sort of just becoming an ongoing joke to get me like red velvet cakes and that sort of thing, despite the fact I'm like on the whole scale of foods, red velvet cake is not very, very high up. It's just the highest out of all the cakes. If anything, cheesecake is higher than those sort of cakes, but you know, that's not a sponge cake, so I feel like it's not quite the same category of what it's in. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. If you ever meet me in real life, please don't get me a red velvet cake. Please don't get me food. Just get me like flowers or something. I like flowers. Or plushy toys. Definitely the best gift. Anyway, sorry. That's kind of off the wall. What am I talking? Lime and orange. That's the one I'm thinking of. Lime and orange. That's a pretty good combination, I think. You know, when you get two, you always get one of each, and you like eat them together, and you're just like, ooh, you know. Tic Tac's coming very strong. We sort of like pow, all that sort of that initial taste, don't we? It's very concentrated on the outside of not packaging. It's not like you're licking the plastic container in. The outside like coating of the actual Tic Tac. I don't know what to call them. The actual mint candy itself, isn't it? At least that's what I imagine. Like I imagine the orange one, and I don't know, like you get that like the sweetness and the sourness of like very. It kind of tastes like concentrated orange juice to a certain degree. Tic Tac hack. Oh, I remember talking about this in secondary school about something. There's like this sort of like pill-shaped dimple. I don't know how else to describe it. On like the lid of a Tic Tac box. If you don't know what a Tic Tac box looks like, it looks like just a tiny rectangle, like a tiny cigarette case, maybe, if you know what a cigarette. Okay, I don't think it's a high chance if you don't know what a Tic Tac box looks like, you'll know what a cigarette box necessarily looks like. It's not really like a cigarette box either. It's just like a small thin plastic rectangle, or cuboid I suppose, but and they have like a pop open lid, where they've got like a flap as a lid or whatever, and there's like a dimple for like a pill to fit in, and it's meant to be some sort of Tic Tac hack where you use that to sort of dispense your Tic Tac, which I'm just like, oh, this seems a bit pointless. I mean, I guess if you want literally one Tic Tac, fair enough. And to be fair, a lot of the time I do want one Tic Tac, but I don't want a whole box of Tic Tacs anyway. But I feel like most people just sort of like pour it into your hand and just, you know, take what you want. Hello, what do you have to give us? I'm so happy with friends. A kimono stand. Whoa, that's pretty bad. That is a heck of a cool gift, Audie. Aw, thanks, Audie. Absolute sweetheart you are. We've only got about 5 minutes left, so I'm going to do the daily exercises and the radio exercises, and then we're going to round off this episode here. And I need to record one other episode today, and it's going to be a long one. But you'll get to see it in 2 days, probably. 3 days? I don't know. Whoa, what is this? This Tic Tac mixture. This isn't the signature Tic Tac size box. It's like a weird... It looks kind of more like a shampoo bottle or something. Tic Tac launches new limited edition packaging featuring... Oh, they've got mascot characters now. They look like walking potatoes. Positive messages to inspire consumers to share kindness and connect with others. I mean, Tic Tac's kind of is like the #1 sharing sort of mint. Sharing sort of sweet. I mean, mints and... I don't know. I feel like mints are much more easily shared when compared to other candies. And that's probably because one mint is often satisfying enough to have. But like with candies and chocolates and that sort of thing, people tend to want a bit more than just one, right? I don't know Tic Tacs had mascots. I guess it makes sense. They're basically just like ticks and tacs. The actual Tic Tacs themselves are just like little beans with smiley faces on them. One of them has a very strange ponytail, which is, you know, a little bit odd. Because, you know, it sort of raises questions. What's that ponytail made out of? Tic Tac travels? I don't know Tic Tac had so many sort of like Tic Tac brands. I guess it makes sense, but there's a whole world which I'm not privy to due to Tic Tac. Pumpkin spice latte? I'll say it's not even, it's just plain white instead of being like a light sort of toasty brown. Which just seems like a missed opportunity to me. Oh, spinning the wrong way, my bad. What flavour is this? What, this is a different language, I can't read this. Oh, it's in French. It's strawberry. Duo de fraise, I think it says. Big Berry Adventure? This looks like something you see from like a Winnie or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Oh, I'm a little bit out of time. Whoops. Tic Tac, refreshment to be shared. Yeah, you know, Tic Tac is very much a shareable sort of thing. Mixers? Weird. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. What do you think about mints? What's your favourite mint? That's what I'll say. I'm going to round off this episode here. I don't really know what else. I don't really have like a nice sort of way to tie this all together. Mints, I don't know, share them, eat them if you want them. No, yeah, I'm not the boss of you. Anyway, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I've been Dear Darling. Any likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join my Dear Darlings Discord or follow me on Twitter down below. Hope we see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.